Hi guys, Tom from Horizon Hobby and Spektrum RC here to give you a tutorial on how to switch to Spektrum on a RedCat Everest. We've already got it propped open here, and we're going to switch to a DX5C from the ready-to-run RedCat radio. We also need to remove the receiver, so we'll go ahead and do that. Removing the receiver on these guys has a little bit of a tricky part where there's a couple of nuts underneath this bracket that's holding on the receiver. To get those nuts off, I used a pair of pliers, and I just grabbed the nut and turned the hex screw here. We'll take out the screws just like that. And we'll unplug the servo leads. These leads go to the ESC and the steering servo. So you want to kind of keep in mind where these go. This one here is throttle. They labeled it channel 1. So I'll just make sure I remember that. And then the other one is the steering servo. This one's easy to remember because they're different colors. Easy enough. We're not going to use this receiver anymore. We're not going to use the bracket either. We're going to switch it out for the SR415-415 receiver. This is actually what comes with the DX5C. You could use a 2-channel because it's just a 2-channel truck, but this is the one that comes with the radio, so it makes it easy on us. We have a piece of double-sided sticky tape. You can buy a roll just like this to attach it inside of the bracket there. So we'll go ahead and put that on. Push it down, just make sure she's nice and snug, and then we'll plug in our servo leads. This one is the ESC, as you'll see. It's got the white wire on it. That's where we want to get to towards the letters. You also notice that there is a S on the receiver for signal. Just kind of keep in mind that you're going to be plugging in the white, usually the lightest colored wire on whatever the connection is for signal, to the left on this receiver, to throttle. And then same thing for the steering servo. The orange, which is the lightest color, will go towards the left. And it's not going to hurt anything if you get it wrong. If you plug it in backwards, it's just not going to work. Just flip it around and try it again. Then we take our bind plug. The bind plug should come with the radio or the receiver. Usually we throw one in with pretty much everything. You may have a couple laying around if you've been using Spektrum. And we'll plug it into the bind port. And then we'll also need to apply power. We're going to use the battery that came with our RedCat Everest. We'll plug it into the ESC port here. It's powered on for us, and it's in bind mode. So we'll go ahead and bind our radio. There's a bind menu on here that's quite convenient. You hit bind and binding. And now we're bound. We can check our steering to see if everything's going the right way and see if it has throttle. We do. If it didn't have throttle, you'd have to calibrate it. One thing about this ESC is that it auto calibrates, so that's pretty handy. You don't really have to go through any kind of steps to get it to calibrate. So that's it. Hooking up a RedCat Everest with the DX5C and an SR415 is just that easy. Now you can use your DX5C with multiple models. Setting up expo and travel adjustments is a breeze with these. You don't have to worry about using this guy anymore. Thanks, like and subscribe to find out more information and to hear about new videos.